Hi, happy Sunday. Welcome back to Kelly Made. I am Kelly and I am freezing. I promise you, as I adjust my camera, sorry about that. It was over 90 degrees here last week and I think right now it's 41. My windows are still open because I haven't turned my AC on yet, but I am freezing. So yes, I'm wearing a blanket shawl thing and I have my temperature blanket around my back and I have the dog back there because I am cold. But that's neither here nor there. You're here to hear about how much yarn I used up out of my yarn hoard last week. Not a lot. I did stitch a lot, but I didn't use up a lot. So I decided to go back to finish up some of the chenille yarn and make scrunchies. And so I used 2 of 3. I'm in the process of finishing. I have, pardon me as I get my blanket to move, I have that much left. It's not bad. That's about a skein of, I think I'm going to call it like a honeyed brown. I haven't woven in my ends yet, but that's what it looks like. It looks a little more like a caramel on screen, but so far I've made 9 of those and I'll finish this off. So I should be able to get probably about 13, 14 out of this color before I post that on Etsy. So I made that this week. Worked on another baby blanket using the same kind of yarn, that purple variegated that I showed you last week. It's in the other room and I'm too lazy to go get it because that's just who I am. I probably am about halfway through that. I'm hoping that the 2 skeins that I have of that will work for the baby blanket with the stitch that I've chosen and make it big enough. If not, I have more. I just wanted to use it for my Tunisian purse project. So used some on that. And then the other thing that used up yarn for me this week, I'm ashamed to admit it, is my 2015 temperature blanket. Y'all, I told you I wasn't going to do it. I told you I didn't want to do it. And I think I'm going to do it. I don't know. I'm trying. Looking because the big box of stuff is down there on the ground. This is through March. And as an example, sorry, I have a yarn loose end with a needle and I'm trying to find a place to start to explain what I have going on here. So I had purchased these little labels, just little tags, and so I had sewn them on that said 2015 January. And then the pattern I'm doing is a granny square with 3 colors. It's going to be in gray. So the low, the high, and then all my colors. I have through March assembled, sort of. Not all stitched in, but at least it's all done and all on here. And I'm already, let me find my guide. In March, I'm already in the upper 70s. So here's an example. So that means the low was between 46 and 50 and the high was between 76 and 80. Same with this one later in March. There it is. I don't think I've gotten into any of the pinks yet. And the winter of 2015 was evidently fairly mild because I went through and I made a list of all of the lows that I will need. It's right here by my feet. Hang on. There we go. Of all the lows that I will need for the rest of the year so that I know what circles to make. And I have made circles for, here we go. I need 1 in the 31 to 35 range, done. I needed 3, 36 to 40, done. Oh, sorry, too many colors in there. 36 to 40. So here's the 31, so you can see 31, 36 to 40, 41 to 50, no, sorry, 41 to 45. I need 9 of those, and I think I have like 8 on here. And then, no, I do have all 9. And then 46 to 50 is, we get a little more tealy. So I'm making all those, and I've gone through and I've written down how many I need for each quarter in each range. So, for example, in April, we got as low as 31. In May, it was 41. In June, it was 56. And then we don't see anything in the 50s until September. We go back down in the 50s. And then in October, November, December, the lowest I get is 20, I think 22 degrees, 20 from that 21 to 25 range. I don't go any lower than that. So I won't use quite a few of these colors that are, here, I can block it out this way because this has Post-it notes. I won't use any of these super low colors, which are, it's a shame because they're really pretty. I did use them January, February, March a little bit because we got down to as low as 2 degrees. So I did use my lowest one right here, which is Blackberry from Knit Picks. It's the Cotlin yarn this time. So I did use that and a couple of those and a couple of those, but then we really start getting into what I'm using now for the lows. The highs, I will get as high as here because we did get up to 100 degrees, it looks like. I don't think we actually went over 100. I have to double check. I have, of all things, a Chick-fil-A rewards calendar that I kept track of it all on. And I did manage to keep it all written down for the year of 2015. I just never made the blanket. And so when I was doing my 2025 blanket and I found this one, I was like, oh, I should probably do that. And I keep saying I'm going to not do it, and I'm doing it anyway. And I don't know, y'all. I have plenty of other big projects. I organized most of them last week, and I'm sitting there looking at them. And there's stuff that I want to do that's over there. But I'm doing this and a baby blanket and scrunchies because, I don't know. I'm using up yarn, right? I'm using up my yarn. That's the goal. Use up my yarn. I did not buy any yarn this week, so it was very good. I wanted to. TL Yarn Crafts posted a video with her mom where they were reviewing yarn that they got off of Amazon, and there was some really cute stuff on there that was actually fairly reasonably priced. And I want to do a baby heart blanket for like my next baby blanket to give away, and there's a couple on there that actually looked like really good yarn to use. So I've been good. I don't know if I'll stay good. I need to use yarn I have, right? I have all these kits that I need to, well, all these. I have 2 kits I need to put together. I have the wearable I want to make. You've heard all this. I don't need to go into it again. But for now, I've used 4. I used 4. And the 4 were from 2 scrunchies, 1 from the circles for my 2015 temperature blanket, and 1 for my purse blanket. So better out than in, right? Better made into something than not. Right? Right? Y'all are supposed to be supportive here. Better to use it than buy more. I don't need more. I have plenty. Right? I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. I like the yarn that I have. I just really need to use it. I'm trying. I don't know how much I'm going to get done this week. I have a lot of medical testing I'm doing this week. So if you're the kind of person who's so inclined, prayers on Thursday would not be unappreciated. There we go. Unappreciated. I'm nervous, but not really. Like, I feel like it needs to be done, and I'm glad it's being done. I'm glad someone is listening to me. Whew. I'm glad someone is listening to me. Still, growing old stinks. But there's always yarn, right? That's all. Before I turn into a popsicle, I'm going to go probably shut my windows. And believe it or not, I actually am craving ice cream because, you know, when you're cold, wearing a blanket with another one around you, don't you want ice cream? I don't know. It's been a weird week, y'all. I hope y'all have a lovely week next week. I hope y'all use up your yarn stash. I hope you have happy things in your future. Have a lovely week, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye.